Hello, this is a 30-minute yoga practice celebrating and inspired by David Bowie. If you are new to yoga, just go at your own pace. To quote the great man initially, you don't have to be a hero, not even for one day. Do what you can, rest when you need to. So let us begin by taking one hand to our heart and one hand to the earth. Perhaps roll the shoulders back, elongate the spine. And if you can, just let your eyes close. And where this hand rests on the heart, just take a moment there to take a really full, deep, conscious breath. And as you breathe out, soften and settle. One of my favourite songs by David Bowie is Fill Your Heart, and it begins, fill your heart with love today, don't play the game of time. Things that happened in the past only happened in your mind. So as we use this practice to just drop out of the busy mind and move into the space of the heart. And to help us with that, let's begin with climbing breath. Take a breath into the centre of your heart. Breathe a little bit more on top. Exhale out all the breath. So it's a two-part breath in, a long breath out. Inhale to heart centre. Breathe in some more. Exhale out all the breath. If you can, do that through the nose. And this is just a device, just for right now to forget the mind. Do that for 5 more rounds. The mind inevitably kicks in. Allow that, just notice. Try not to get tangled up in thoughts. Come back to now. Forget your mind and you'll be free. Last breath, two-part breath in. Long exhale out. And if you've been sitting cross-legged for a while in that shape, let's just change the cross of our legs. Let's start to move with that breath now. As we roll the shoulders back, we're evening out the breath now, known as samavriti, equal breath in. Breathing in for a count of 4. Breathing out for a count of 4. And yoga is all about the breath. We add movement to that breath, but the breath is the foundation of the practice. As you inhale, move your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, count of 4, move the arms back down again. And to facilitate good breathing, we need to stretch our side body. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, lean to your right as you take the left arm all the way up and overhead. And just turn to gaze up to the sky there as you take 3 deep breaths into the left side of your body. Wouldn't it be nice to think that there was a starman waiting in the sky? I didn't make any promises that this practice wouldn't be cheesy. Inhale, let's rise all the way up again. Let's take our left hand down now as the right arm comes up and over. And now let's breathe into the space we create in the right side of the body. And yoga is all about creating space, stopping the mind, creating space in their thoughts. Perhaps creating space for whatever oddity you want to bring into your life today. And let's come back up again. Let's add a little twist now. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, let's turn to the left as the right arm sits on the left knee, and then look over your left shoulder, right and left all muddled. Deep breath in as you elongate the spine. Soften face, soften jaw. Soften shoulders. One more deep breath into the side body. Inhale, let's come back to center. Raise those arms up. What are you reaching for today? Exhale, let's go to the right this time as our left hand rests on the right knee. Deep breath in. Soften everything as you breathe out. And when we can learn to slow down and to pause, to create space, we invite in the opportunity for change. Changes. Let's come back to center. Roll the shoulders back and just take a moment now to feel your seat on the earth, your heart towards the sky, the stars, the moon, and breathe into this sweet moment that we're sharing now. And let's come over onto all fours. So no forcing or pushing the body here, just really going gentle. Knees under hips, hands under heart, into shoulders. Inhale as you lengthen the spine, gaze ahead. Exhale as you draw belly to spine and tuck the chin. Known as cat and cow with breath. Inhale, long spine, heart lifts. Exhale, tuck the chin and round. Do that 2 more times. We're just doing this to loosen up the back. Again, we're not forcing, not pushing. Another line for his song: gentleness clears the soul. Love cleans the mind. So just going into that kind of really gentle, kind movement. And maybe take this into a circle now. Maybe there's a figure of 8, sweeping down to shoulders, heels, just easing into the body, especially if you're doing this first thing in the morning. Change the direction of those circles, those wiggles. Just let those be unique. Do your own thing, just that helps you. There's no denying it. David Bowie was very unique. Let's come back onto all fours now. We're going to add a little bit of balance. Breathing in, right leg comes back. This will be a challenge. Allow yourself to fall. See if you can turn your toes away from you and sweep the right arm up towards the sky, just like a little starman now, taking up space. Kick into that right heel. Huge breath in. Maybe challenge yourself more as you take the right arm over your ear. Huge breath. And now drop that right foot to the floor. We're still on the side plane as we create space in the right side body. And let's do a really big circle with our right arm. Notice the shoulders today. How are they? Are they carrying the weight of the world? Or are they a little bit more chilled? Sweep the right arm up towards the sky. Look at your right thumb and take one deep breath. And now let's take that right hand down and we're going to take the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. Come up onto your fingertips now and start to move forwards and back, easing into the hamstrings. So remember, we're not trying to be a hero here, so just, they might be gentle movements, or you might be ready to start to straighten the right leg. Doesn't always feel good, but the body will thank you for it. So now let's see if we can linger with the straight leg, maybe for a breath or two, and possibly with your hand, just be kind to the body, give it a little rub. Where does it feel tight? Rub into the kneecaps. We can be so judgy of our body. That's not being in a place of love, so just giving thanks. Let's come back and take this into a twist now. Left hand comes down, right arm rises, reach up to the sky and take a deep breath. Exhale, right hand comes down, and before we come on to side 2, let's come into downward facing dog. Shaking things up a bit, coming upside down. Press the heels back, look towards your thighs, maybe you pedal out the feet. In fact, let's get another one in here. Let's dance. Let's move the heels to the side, maybe the other side. Your own unique dance. You don't have to put on your red shoes. Shake out the head, let go of that head again. Forget your mind and you'll be free. Let's come back into downward fight dog now as we press the floor away. Lift those thighs, those hips, those waistlines back and just breathe. Exhale, let's take a lion's breath out. Open the mouth, just release all that stuff. I'm just going to spin around now so that I can still face the camera. Let's come back to one round of cat and cow now. Inhale, belly drops, heart rises. Exhale, round as you press the floor away. And now let's take that left leg back. Keep the spine long, big deep breaths. This is really good for your back. Feel like someone's pulling you by the left heel to really give yourself a stretch in the lower lumbar spine. Right hand comes underneath your face now as we turn like a star man. Let's lift that left arm up. Spread toes, spread fingers, take up space. Deep breath. He sang a lot about space, didn't he? One more deep breath. Left arm comes all the way up and over your ear, pressing into the center of the left heel, and breathe into your beautiful body. And the left hand comes down as we sweep the left foot to the outside of your left hand, coming forwards and back. And go mindfully, go slow, really get a sense of feeling the body. That's one way how we forget the mind. Maybe we linger now as we lengthen that left leg. Maybe we give ourselves a loving little rub there if there's any bits of tight. So our hamstrings do an amazing job, but we often forget. And let's come down once again. Maybe we come into downward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back, press down into the heels. We're going to come into what we call a vinyasa now. As you breathe in, come forward, pull your tummy in, pause in a plank pose. You might want to drop your knees here. So again, don't have to be a hero, do what feels good. Take a breath. Let's come back to downward facing dog. Stay on all fours if that felt better. Otherwise, let's come and do a few of these two shapes. Inhale forward. Exhale, we come back. Inhale, we come forward. Exhale, we come back. We're going to roll down onto our tummy now. As you inhale, come forward again. Remember, you can drop your knees, bend your elbows in, and come all the way down to the earth. Landing back on earth. Spread your fingers wide. Press down into your toenails and inhale. Exhale. So very firmly on earth. We're not Major Tom this morning, spinning around in space. Inhale. Exhale, come down. We're doing a few back bends here. Two more. Inhale, rising up. Fill your heart with love as you breathe. Exhale, come down. One more time. Exhale, come down. And then press into your hands. Come up onto all fours. Let's very briefly come to child's pose. Sit down onto the heels. Drop your forehead to the earth. Arms in front of you on your feet. And breathe into the back of your body. As you breathe out, relax the face, the jaw. One more time. Sigh away everything that's been and gone. Forget your mind and you'll be free. Come back into the body. And then let's slowly walk those hands up. Lift up, and we're going to come into a forward fold now. Turn your toes. Press your heels down and walk the hands back. And just take a moment there to breathe. Perhaps you hold onto your elbows and sway a little bit side to side. Sighing is good. That's all about releasing tension from the nervous system. And then taking your hands to your toes, pull your tummy in and very slowly bring the fingers up the legs. Pause at the knees, give them a little rub. Roll up the thighs and roll the shoulders back. I'm just going to turn around again. Going to come into a really short flow now just to get things moving in this morning practice. Breathing in, arms rise up. Exhale, pull your tummy in as you come to the earth. Just doing a little sun salutation. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Take the right leg back, drop the right knee. Breathing in, arms rise up. We're in a low lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathing in, roll forward into a plank pose. Breathing out, lower to the earth. Breathing in, fill your heart with breath. Breathing out. Downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths here, dropping all awareness into the center of the heart. Fill your heart with love, this fresh new breath. Final one. Gaze forward now. We're going to take that right foot between the hands. We're going to drop the right left knee. Inhale, we rise up again, breathing in. Exhale, hands come down. Your left foot steps forward to join the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Sun salutations are about gratitude, giving thanks that the sun rose today, just as we did. Let's dedicate this one to David Bowie, gratitude. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, we fold. Second round. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step back with the left leg, drop left knee. Breathing in, rise up, raise those arms. Exhale, hands either side of front foot. Let's come back to downward facing dog. Nearly said downward facing David. Inhale, come forward. Exhale to lower. Inhale, we rise up again. Exhale, we come back. Downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Drop all awareness on the breath. Forget the mind, and you'll be free. Inhale, look forwards. Left foot steps forward, right knee drops. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to fold. Step the back foot in to meet the front foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Super slowly, rise up again. Exhale, hands to heart. One hand to your heart, one hand to your tummy. These are the 2 places in the body where we know, where our intuitive awareness lies. And when we slow the busy mind down, we have an opportunity to access the wisdom here. Take 2 deep breaths. This is where our inspiration comes from. So just a little wee bit of balance to strengthen our bones. Again, we don't have to be heroic in these efforts. Breathing in, let's lift up the left knee. Maybe we lift up the arms too. Spread your toes, find your breath. Bring the hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra, and lengthen that left leg back. Extend forward, let yourself take flight today. And you can always take your hands to the floor. 2 breaths. And if we wobble, we get back up again. And that's what being a hero really is. Let's take that left foot back now as we come into a lunge. Breathing in, breathing in. Exhale, hands back to heart. Pull your tummy in now and turn to your right. And you might stay here upright, or you might bring that left elbow outside. Press your left hand into the right hand and see if you can look over your right shoulder. You can always drop the back knee if that feels easier. Take 2 deep breaths. And now this next breath, really take time, slow down, feel the breath within you. Let's come all the way back up again. Feel the strength in your legs. I'm going to change position again. We're going to drop our back heel now as we come into warrior 2. So you're still in the same position. Your right foot is forward. I've just changed directions. Lift and spread your toes, then root them down as you lunge deeply. Take a breath. And focus on that front finger, middle finger. It's called your dristi, your focus. Take a breath. Reverse your warrior, left hand back, right arm rises. Breathe into that space again you're creating in the right side body. What can you do with the space that you're creating today? Let's come back to warrior 2. Let's frame our front foot and come back into downward dog. Take a breath, and your option here is to stay to build strength or to flow through a vinyasa. Come forward. lower to the earth, lift up, back to downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths. And then lift up your heels, gaze forward, and maybe you hop towards the front of the mat now. Maybe you don't, you choose. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's just repeat that on the other side and then we're almost done. Stand on your left leg, lift your right knee up. And a good thing about balance is it tends to focus us. You can't be thinking about your shopping list when you're standing on one leg. Maybe you raise the arms. Deep breath in, breathe into the side body, create space. Hands come to heart, right leg comes back. Pause in your warrior 3. And the warriors are all about the battles we have with ourselves, our thoughts. Just notice your thoughts today. Are they thoughts that empower you or disempower? One more breath. Drop the right foot. Raise those arms up to the sky. Deep breath. Hands to heart, come forward. We're twisting to the left this time. You might stay up. That's a good twist. If you're a bit more practiced, take that right elbow outside the left thigh. Press your right hand into your left as you look over the left shoulder. 3 deep breaths. Let this breath be the biggest one yet, the deepest one yet. One more. Come all the way up again. Drop your back heel, warrior 2. Sink deeply and just adjust your pelvis. Lift up your left hip point, drop your right hip point. Gaze forward and reach out. We're opening our heart, our lungs, our chest. And sometimes being a hero is just coming back to your mat over and over again. We don't always feel good. Don't have to do big brave things. Sometimes it's about showing up. Take one more deep breath. And let's lean back. Right hand comes back, left arm rises. Breathe into that left side of your body. Notice the mind. Can you forget your mind? And be free as you come back into feeling this next breath. Breathing in, let's come back to warrior 2. Frame your front foot. Final time, let's come through our vinyasa or stay in down dog. Breathe your way forward, lower to the earth. Breathing in as you rise up, back to downward facing dog. 2 breaths. This time, lift your heels, gaze forward. We're going to come to a seat. And you might gracefully do that, or you might do a little bunny hop and come to sit down. Way more fun. Roll the shoulders back and come upright. A little bit of core strength now. Take those arms in front of you, pull your tummy in, and very slowly see if you can lower to the ground. And we start off with great intention, and then usually we flop down. And come to bent knees. Just take a moment to feel your feet. Lift your toes. Spread them, root them down. Feel the centre of the heel. Don't let the feet lift now. As you breathe in, let's ever so slowly with breath start to lift up our lower back, mid back and upper back. As you breathe out, let's roll down like we're making a little fossil imprint with our spine in the mat. Take your time. You might add the arms now to add a side stretch. Inhale, hips and arms lift. Exhale, we slowly lower down. Can you do that 2 more times? So only you know what your back's like. Don't overdo it. Maybe you stay moving. Or maybe this time you lift up and interlace your palms. Roll those shoulders underneath you. Lift the hip points. See if you can stay there for 5 breaths. Again, look at your heart as you lift it to the chin. And fill your heart with breath. And the success of yoga is that we live from our heart. It's not about having amazing hamstrings. Fill your heart with love today. Slowly, slowly, slowly lower down. Take a moment to land, one hand to heart, one hand to tummy. Be with your thoughts, be with your emotions. Breathe into them. And then bring those knees in towards your chest. Just gently rock from side to side, easing out the lower back. You might add a little circle or two. Lift those legs up. Let's very briefly come up. Just a very, very quick, sweet forward fold. So to quote Kooks by David Bowie, now we've stuck with this practice. If you stay, you won't be sorry. So thanks for staying with this practice. Breathe in as you grow really tall, because we believe in you. And as you exhale, come forward. Forward fold might be a tuck of the chin, pretty high up, or you might reach down to your feet. I promise you're not happier if you can touch your toes. Tuck your chin, breathe into the back. One more very full breath. And slowly, slowly pull your tummy in, vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll up onto the spine. Bend that right knee in now and place it next to your left knee and just hug that right knee in towards you and sweep the right arm in a big circle all the way around you. As you root your right fingers down, look over your left shoulder. Keep the left foot flexed. Sorry, you're looking over your right shoulder. Deep breath in. Exhale, drop the shoulders, soften the face. 2 more breaths here. And come back to center. Just give that leg a little shake out and extend it forward. Just notice as you close your eyes, it might even feel a little bit longer than the other one. We can't have that, can we? So let's bend the opposite one. Hug your right arm around, take your left fingers behind and grow tall as you inhale. Lift the crown of the head. As you breathe out, look over the left shoulder. 3 full deep breaths. Go back to center, give that leg a little shake. We're just going to come onto our back now to finish. Coming all the way back down again. Bring your feet together now and knees wide and just flutter. Let those knees flutter like a butterfly. Let go of any stagnant energy. And you might choose to stay here to rest or take those legs long in front of you. If you've got back stuff going on, back pain, you might put a cushion behind the back of your knees. I'm going to sit upright, you come to lie down. And really soften everything now. Take a deep breath in, sigh, releasing breath out. And whilst we're practicing online, perhaps very much in our own homes, reminding ourselves that we are in a community. We're all here, we're all connected through time, space, energy. And we have perhaps a shared fandom of David Bowie. We're not alone, and that's one of my, again, another favourite line from one of his songs from 5 years. And all the fat, skinny people, and all the tall, short people, and all the nobody people, and all the somebody people. I never thought I'd need so many people. A reminder that yoga is for everybody, all shapes, all sizes. So reminding yourself now as you breathe, you are in community, closing your eyes. And once more, just allowing everything to soften. Face, jaw, shoulders, belly, hips, thighs, feet. And for the final time in this practice, can you again come back to dropping all awareness into the center of your heart? Breathe into the center of the heart. Long exhale breath. Fill your heart with love today. Don't play the game of time. Things that happened in the past only happened in your mind. Only in your mind. Oh, forget your mind and you'll be free. So I would encourage you now to stay here for as long as you can. Maybe all day, if that feels good. It's been a real honour taking this little 30 minutes with you. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like to practice with me in real life, I teach in this studio where I am now in Southampton. I do lots of retreats. Namaste.